Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I am always on the hunt for great cards, and today is mail day, even though it is Tuesday, because yesterday on Monday I opened up a hobby box of awesomeness. It was 2025 Heritage Baseball. I was pretty excited about that. Could not wait any longer, so I did that yesterday, and that means today is mail day, and we got this very festively packaged big bubble wrap package from Travis A. I am pretty pumped to get into this. Travis A has sent us cards here at the channel several times before, and they were always pretty darn awesome. And I am super excited. It's been sitting here for a couple of weeks now, and I've been chomping at the bit to get into this. So today is the day for Travis A. I did a little rhyme there. Hope you guys are doing well. It is Tuesday, and I hope your week has started off nicely. If you hear construction noises in the background as we go through this episode, it's because they are finally working on the damage to the road outside of our house, which was damaged by snowplows this winter. And this was not a harsh winter, but the snowplows tore up some of the asphalt, and they're finally working on that, which I am delighted about, quite honestly. It's been way too long that we've been going over the bumps and potholes and whatnot, so we'll finally get that fixed. But you may hear some construction noises. Wow, this is absolutely crazy. Travis A always goes above and beyond, and this is even more so than usual, allow me to say. All right, what is this right here? Pokedoodles from Japan. Wow, all right, this is clearly for the young man on this channel known as the pack opening machine, who is not here today. He is in 3rd grade. But a couple of Japanese packs of Pokemon, that is really cool. I cannot wait to get into those. I will have to get into those with the pack opening machine, because that is really awesome. Thank you so much for that, Travis. That is very, very cool. All right, all of these appear to have labeling on them, so I'm going to just flip all of these over and see what we find here and what order we want to do this. We have, I feel like I'm about to play some sort of strange game show version of Card Wolf today. We've got Orioles, no Orioles, not Orioles, probably Orioles, which is very mysterious. This says hat variation. Hat variation? I don't think I've ever opened a rack package from any of you that has said hat variation. And this one says they aren't real. They were added to a friend's eBay order as freebies, promotional items for the custom cards that they make. So that sounds kind of cool. Maybe we'll start with that. That is very interesting. I'm very curious about that. Once again, this is a rack package from Travis A. Thank you so much for sending this, Travis. You are awesome, and you have sent us so much great stuff to this channel. I cannot believe that you're sending still more, and that you sent all of this. This is going to be a ton of fun to get into. So these are homemade cards that somebody did, and Travis is sharing them with me. That is a very cool 1962 Acuna. That is really neat. I like that one a lot. That is definitely right up my alley. Even the back is definitely different from what 62 backs look like, but it has this sort of kind of brown to the card color, which makes it look very old, which I like a lot. That is really cool. DDK Design is apparently the people who do these cards. There's a 75 Otani and another 75 Otani. Those are very cool as well. And I have never heard of that company before, so I may have to check that one out. Thank you very much for that, Travis. That is right up my alley. I love seeing new players on retro designs. That is always very fun for me. I want to see what's in this hat variation package here. There's all kinds of weird stuff going on in here. Let's see what this one holds. These are split up and labeled. I think I'll save the probably Orioles to the last, because that one sounds quite mysterious. All right, what is going on here? All right, just this card, I'm assuming, is a hat variation, and it is indeed a strange hat variation. Is that some sort of bizarre elf hat that Colton Cowser is supposed to be wearing there? I don't know what that is. That is definitely a variation that I have not seen before, so I very much appreciate that of the Orioles rookie. I'm gonna leave that on there so that I don't get confused. That is really cool. Now, what is this? This is an Otani. Wow, check that out. That is very sweet. I do not have that variation parallel on the Otani there. That is really nice. Wow, and that is numbered to 99. Wow. That is a huge card. Good heavens, that is a fantastic card. I've never even seen that. That is some sort of silver parallel from, I assume, Heritage. I'm going to guess that's 2022 Heritage by the looks of it, but perhaps not. It doesn't say Heritage on the back or the front, so I will have to look into that. That may be an archives card, perhaps. I don't know. That is awesome. I'm definitely putting that onto one of Ryan's card stands. I'm going to put it right back here by Jiminy Cricket. There we go. And that was the expression that I wanted to say when I saw that card. Jiminy Crickets, that is a nice card. So what do we have here? Numbered 3 cards. All right. Let's see what we have here. We got Brooks. That is a numbered card. Wow, that is cool. Brooks is 16 out of 25. Whoa. That is a super low number on that card. 16 out of just 25 of that sparkly Brooks optic card there. That is awesome too. I need an orange card stand for that, and fortunately I have these thanks to Ryan from Bucks and Six. So that one is numbered, the Ohtani is numbered, and this one is numbered too. It is Heston Kjerstad from the Orioles as well, and this is at a 275. If it would go into focus there, you would enjoy it a lot more. There we have it. That is very nice too. Nice Donruss card there, and I like the red parallel, how it goes with the Orioles uniform. That's pretty cool there. I like it. Nice accent to the orange. So that is pretty awesome as well. Now, what do we have here? Wow, this is a pretty sweet card. St. Louis Browns. That's Bobby Young. He has Robert there, but it's Bobby Young. There you go. Bobby Young. And he was on the roster of the Orioles when they debuted for their very first season in Baltimore in 1954. Bobby Young was on that team. So it is amazing to get that. I believe that is a 53 Bowman, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a 52 Bowman. I'll have to look that one up. That is a sweet, sweet card. I need another card stand. I'm going to make another orange one there for this very old Bobby Young card. That is awesome. That is really cool. Travis, if this had been all you said, I would have been over the moon, buddy. This is amazing. That is fantastic. I mean, good heavens, an Ohtani, low-numbered Ohtani, a card from the 50s of one of the very first Orioles players, and a Brooks numbered to 25. That is, I mean, holy cow, this is ridiculous. This one is labeled not Orioles. I want to see this one. I'll save some of the Oriole packs. So maybe we'll go back and forth. We'll do some not Orioles and then some yes Orioles, and we'll see how we do here. Again, these are all from Travis A., who is awesome. This is Sherton Apostle, and I believe Travis sent these because he knows the pack opening machine likes the shiny, shiny foil cards. That is a very shiny one there. There's another one from Mosaic, Christian Javier, and Shane Bieber. We got Corey Seager. Wow, that's a cool fireworks card. Now I know the pack opening machine is going to be all about that. That is a very cool design on there. And Tatis and the red, white, and blue prism foil. That's very nice as well. I like that one. Junior Cameronero. Wow, these are, I think these are the Mojo pack cards from the silver packs that you get. And these are throwback design. Rookie card of Junior there. Pretty nice to see that. Jose Altuve. That's a beautiful chrome card there. Love that one. Austin Martin rounding the bases for Minnesota. Another nice rookie card we see. Kyron Paris, another rookie there. Man, all of these rookies. I can't believe you'd send me these, Travis. Kyle Schwarber, beautiful, another Topps Chrome card there. And a Corbin Carroll. I've started getting more serious about collecting Corbin Carroll, so this is a wonderful addition to my collection there. That is the Stars of the MLB card from this year's 2025 Topps. And there's a throwback card of Tatis. I don't know what this gesture is. Is he making some sort of a heart sign over his head? I'm not sure what that is. It looks like maybe some sort of cast-off symbol from the Beatles' Help album cover. I don't know, but I do like the throwback 1990 design from this year's 2025. Ohtani Panini Threads card from 22. Do not have that one, so that is a very sweet addition for my PC. Vladdy Jr. Power Pack. That's a beautiful card. My son's going to be all about that one. That is really colorful. Jordan Alvarez, Fearless. That is, man, you're knocking it out of the park with these, Travis. Wow, I've never seen that one. All etch. That's a Vladdy Jr. from Topps Chrome. I've never seen that insert before of any player, so that is pretty darn cool. I do like that one a lot. We got Vladdy Jr. there on the Topps Chrome. And Michael Harris II, nice rookie card of that young player. Action Stars there from Topps Chrome. Tatis from Optic. And we finish that one off with another Vladdy Jr. card. That is a Topps Chrome, I think. I'm actually not sure. I think that is some sort of, I don't know what that is, but it is a special foil of some kind. Right there, it kind of says it up there. Maybe you can read that. I certainly can't read it, but now you can't either because it doesn't want to focus. What does that say? It says to get my spectacles out to see that. It just says Chrome, so that's it already says Chrome on it. I don't know why it's saying that. It's confusing to me how Topps notates what's going on with its cards these days. Let's try one of these Orioles stacks here and see what we get out of this one. Travis, this is a bounty indeed, and I am very excited about it. You've packaged this one so well, it may keep me from getting in there, actually. You stumped me with your packaging. All right, let's get this out of there. There's one that doesn't want to come out. It's DL Hall. Wow, talk about foil. That is nuts. I don't think I've ever seen that insert either. That is Finest Intimidators, I believe is what that says behind DL Hall there, and that's a rookie as well. And I don't think the pack opening machine's getting that one. I think I'm keeping that one. That is a beauty. Got a sticker here of the Orioles logo. That is pretty awesome. I like that a lot. I'll put that back here with the Oriole bird. That is awesome. Then we got some little vintage here. Donruss 1989 Mike Morgan, who did not last for too long with the Orioles. Mark Thurmond there, another pitcher, short-lived. Wow, an auto card. Unbelievable. This is a crazy rack. I cannot even believe you sent me all of this, Travis. This is just something else. I'm kind of running out of words for this. This is crazy. Jahmai Jones, autograph card from Optic there. Bob Melvin, who actually played for the Orioles a lot longer than I ever thought he should have, but that was just my opinion. Fred Lynn, was delighted when we got Fred Lynn. He was always a favorite player of mine back then, but did not really do that well for the Orioles. Certainly not as well as he did for the Angels and the Red Sox. Rich Dower, rookie card there from 1977. That one is going back a little ways. Nice to see that, and that's in great shape. Wow. George Sisler from the Diamond Kings insert. That is a cool card. It looks very, very vintage. I really like that one a lot. That is neat. Satchel Paige, beautiful foil card there from Allen and Ginter 2024. That is awesome. And I have to fight the pack opening machine for that one. We'll have to flip a coin about that one. David Segui looking off into the distance. Fleer 1990 card. Jose Batista there behind him, and Jim Dwyer from 1982 Donruss. We got Dave Johnson, the second Dave Johnson to play for the Orioles. This one, the pitcher, the first one from the early 70s. The second baseman who went on to be a manager. Mike Mussina, Hall of Famer card there of Collector's Choice from Upper Deck. Ryan Mountcastle Gold Cup card from Topps Chrome, and a nice Cal Ripken Jr. All-Star card. Ryan McKenna on the Heritage card there. That's 2023 Heritage. Joey Ortiz and Adam Frazier. Then we got Tom Shope. That is a real 72 Topps card. That is not a Heritage. That's a real one there. So that's pretty neat to see that. Shope actually bounced around the Orioles from their farm system, came back up, bounced back down. It's kind of in and out of the Orioles roster for several years in the 70s. Tommy Davis, who was kind of a semi-star, and then he came over to the Orioles and kind of did not do anything, as was often the case. Kobe Mayo, nice rookie card there from 2025. Very nice to see that. Keegan Aiken, another rookie card there from Prism, and some red parallel action here from Stadium Club. These are quite nice. Rookie card of Kierstad, Westberg, and Kauser. That is a really nice set of parallel rookies there. That is awesome. Corbin Burns from Stadium Club as well, and a Ripken Donruss, and we finish off with a blue 1990 Donruss Greg Olson. This was from some sort of box set that came out, and I don't remember what the theme of that set was, but that is a nice stack of Orioles. This one is also marked no Orioles, so we'll go back to this one before we open more Orioles, saving the probably Orioles for the end. Who knows what could be in there. All right, I got to get better at opening these things up. I'm not quite sure why I'm having a harder time with these today, but there you go. All right, let's see. No Orioles in this one, but some awesome sparkly foil stuff right off the top with Matt Brash on the pink sparkly rookie card foil there. Tatis, that's a really cool card there. I do not recognize what that is. That is from Panini Chronicles, and I guess it's Essentials. That's a cool card, and it's very thick as well. We got Austin Riley. Wow, beautiful stars on the foil back there. And another Shohei. That's a masterpiece card, and that is a rookie from Topps Gallery, I believe. And that is not one that I have had before. That one's going to go in a card holder, too. Who am I kidding? That is a sweet, sweet pull. Look at this. These are amazing cards from Travis A. I cannot get over how awesome these are and how great they are for my PC. A lot of stuff I just have never seen, do not have. These Otanis are just knocking it out of the park for me. John Heasley there. Ronzi on the Rookie Titan card. Nice Mickey Mantle reprint there from Topps. Kind of a reprint, just kind of taking a vintage design and changing it up. I don't know if I have that one or not. I'll have to check. We got a couple of home run history inserts. These are, it's the same numbered card, but they did a different number. Now these are, yeah, I think these are different. I don't know. These are maybe the same. So 689 and 693. But if you look at the card number in the set, it's the same number. They just did different cards with different numbers on the front. It's confusing why they did that. I don't know why Topps would do something like that. I feel like Topps lives to confuse collectors. I really do. Tatis there, looks like he's on a throne of some sort, and there's the red parallel version of that very neat card. And Virtuosos of Velocity, it's Nolan Jones. Pretty cool insert there. That was another No Orioles package, and here's one that has the Orioles in it. So this is going to be super fun for me. Once again, all of these are from Travis A., who is an amazing and generous person, as you can tell. This is Frank Robinson on the retro, kind of a Gaudi design there. Instead of Lou Gehrig, though, it's got Derek Jeter down here, sticking with the Yankees theme. That is really cool. That is from Upper Deck, going back a little ways. That is a cool card that I do not have. Ryan Mountcastle rookie, and that is on the 57 Topps design. Pretty neat to see that. There's another Mountcastle. That's Topps Fire, which they do not make anymore. Todd Frowith. And Luis Gonzalez, that's a pro debut card for the O's. Another Frank Robinson here, and that's on the Golden Age, which I opened up boxes of those last year, which people really enjoyed, and I really enjoyed. Chris Hoyle's there looking very serious on Donruss 1991. Jeffrey Hammonds, short-lived for the Orioles as well. And a producer's card of Ripken. That is some seriously sparkly foil there. I like that one a lot. Did not have that card, so that's a nice pickup. DL Hall on Heritage from last year. We got Trey Mancini on the throwback design there. That is pretty nice. I don't think I have that one. That's a very nice one. Felix Bautista on the red Stadium Club parallel, and Unleashed Jackson Holiday. That is pretty awesome. I don't open a lot of Panini baseball products, so I really don't have very much of this stuff at all. Unleashed Kjerstad, and that is a nice pair. I'm going to enjoy that one. I might put those up and see what the pack opening machine thinks about those. Chase McDermott, another one from 2025 Topps, and Colton Cowser Gold Cup card as well. Gunnar Henderson Stars the MLB from 2025. I did not pull that one yet, so that is a nice one. And there's a Rushman Rookie Stars of the MLB from last year. Wonderful card. Happy to get that one. Gunnar Henderson Topps Chrome Rookie. Very sweet pull there. And George Mateo first Bowman, and that looks like it is a gold or yellow foil parallel. That is pretty awesome. Orioles team card and Gunnar Henderson on the throwback design from this year. That's the 1991. I like that one a lot. And Westberg Future Stars finishing that one off. We go back to the last no Orioles. We'll have an Orioles and a probably Orioles after this one, which is mysterious. What is the probably Orioles? I cannot guess what could be in there or why. It's like Travis forgot what he put in there. It's probably Orioles. Cardwolf will figure it out. All right, so this is more awesome foil action, and my son is going to have a great time going through these. Alex Manoah there on Revolution. There's another Finest Intimidators card, Bryce Turang, and that's a rookie. That is a really sweet card. Happy to get that one. Michael Conforto from the Giants on the purple Finest Intimidators. Wow, what is that? That is a that goes in this stack. That is a Bowman Sparkly throwback card there of Josh Hader. I don't even know what that is from. That is really cool. That is a neat card. I'm going to have to ask about that one. I've not seen one of those before. There's Guerrero Jr. again. This one on a chrome Allen and Ginter card from 2022. That's a really pretty card. I like that one. And Ohtani, Japanese-born home run record. That's from last year's Topps. Michael Brantley there on a very sparkly Topps Platinum Chrome card. That is also numbered to 75. I get my fat finger out of the way, and you can see that. That is pretty darn sweet. Vladdy Jr. on this year's card, and a beautiful Shohei Heritage card from 72. This one's not even sleeved. What is up with that? That is an awesome Shohei. I got to put that one on the back wall as well. Put that one right there. Pretty nice. Man, the Shohei cards are just remarkable. Nice Ellie Dela Cruz. That is another Topps Chrome from the silver packs. Topps Chrome Ellie Dela Cruz rookie there. I can't believe you're sending me Dela Cruz rookies. And an Ohtani from that as well. That is awesome. Do not have that. That's a Grapefruit League Vladdy card. That is a really interesting card. I don't remember pulling those. I guess that's from this year's Topps. It looks a little familiar, but I don't remember pulling very many of those. Tatis from the Topps Chrome Silver Packs, and Vladdy, and that is a Topps Chrome, and that is from this year's cards as well. Very cool to see that. Another Vladdy, and that is a some sort of sparkly foil card from this year's 2025. We got a Boog Pal just tossed in here. This is an original 1970 Boog Pal All-Star card. I believe, I'm trying to think now, I believe 1970 was the year he won the MVP, actually. Boog Pal won one MVP award, and I think it was in 1970, so that's a really cool card to get that one as well. Boog Pal, very underrated player. He was hampered throughout his whole career by injuries. He's a guy who's in the Orioles Hall of Fame and will probably never ever be in the Cooperstown Hall of Fame because his stats lifetime are a lot lower than they should be because of all the injuries that he suffered. Really interesting guy, though, and really great team player, and had a wonderful year in 1970. Had another great year. The first year he was traded to the Indians. Frank Robinson, his longtime teammate, was managing the Indians, really wanted Boog to come over and play. Boog came over there. He had like his best season since his MVP season. It was like in 1976 or something like that. So, I don't know. All those injuries, he had one injury-free year, and you can see what the guy can do. Recon Acuna card there from Panini. That is a really thick card as well. Unleashed foil card of Vladdy Jr. Love that one. And Acuna, again, on the, I believe that's the Diamond King. Very nice. Spencer Strider rookie there, and Tatis on the throwback card. All right, we got a couple more. I'm going to do the Orioles pack, and then we'll save that probably Orioles pack for last and see how that goes if I can get into this. We got some more Orioles in here. Jose Bautista and a team card of Mora and Tejada. Chris Ray, pretty nice foil on this DL Hall card here from Topps Platinum. Bautista rookie there, and Jesus Aguilar, Kyle Gibson also on the Platinum. And then this probably Orioles package, which has been intriguing me ever since we opened this. Very curious to see what is in here. Sounds quite interesting. All right, so these are probably Orioles. That is definitely an Orioles card there. What is this? See, what is going on here that is written on here? What is happening with these cards? I don't know what is happening here. That is a cool card that I do not have, though. That's Topps Diamond something. I can't quite make that out, but that is one I definitely don't have. I'm going to have to look that one up. That is a sweet card. I'm very happy with that one. That looks like a die-cut sticker card, maybe? I'm not quite sure what that is. A die-cut mini card is what that is. I do not have that one either. Ripken Mini. That is pretty awesome. Billy O'Dell from 55 Topps. He was also a very early Oriole. Again, 54 was the first year the Orioles were in Baltimore as a major league team. There was a Baltimore Orioles team much, much earlier than that in the 1800s, but they were not a major league team. Billy O'Dell, that's a really sweet vintage card there. And then we've got a patch card here of Brooks with the 64 All-Star Game commemorative patch. That is really neat. I've never seen that before. I'll hold that up closer to the camera so you can check it out. That's a really cool patch card. This is nuts. Thank you so much, Travis. I don't even know where to begin. These are so many great cards here. I'm just going to have a really good time with these later today. Thank you so much